Today I'm going to be pretending to be a beginner artist and asking people on Discord for their OCs for me to draw, which then I will send them a bad one and then send them a good one and see their funny reactions. This idea was not made by me, and I was actually inspired by Orb. First thing I need to do is find a server to ask people in. Let's see. The art servers. Oh wow, it's just right there. This server doesn't look half bad. 10 minutes. Well, might as well find another server. Oh, there's freebies. Okay, let me copy and paste the message I did earlier. Just starting to do art. I don't have... Alright. I have my first victim. 2 references. Yeet that in there in the top right corner. It needs to be a little bit bigger so I can actually see it. Because that thing is small. Okay, and then we get the second one in here. Drawing guidelines ain't very fun, so time to just skip right to the sketch. Whenever I'm doing portraits, I like to start straight away with the face because that is the most important part of a portrait, is the face. And then I like to make my way down from top to bottom. Before I work on to actually painting the piece, I need to change my blue sketch to black. As the base, I like to use an airbrush. This is just very easy to put down a real nice, quick, smooth layer. Yeah, everything goes a little gray. Cool. Quite literally. That means that these colors are becoming cooler. So that means since a lot of these colors are reds, oranges are on the warmer side, that means that it needs to be a little bit more gray if I want to get the correct colors for this. I'm just gonna scribble. When you don't know what you're doing, just scribble. It works. It makes you look confident in what you're doing. As long as you have confidence, it's just like, it'll make things look better. It makes it look purposeful and not look like, oh, you didn't really know what you're doing there. You don't just say no, you're like, nah, I did know. Now there's just this. For this, I'm just gonna throw a multiply layer and call it a day. I wanna check this drawing in black and white, because something just feels odd. I don't know. Okay, that's better. Oh, I completely forgot that there's still a hand and the hair. I was like, oh wow, I'm basically done here. No, I just think I'm gonna go all out like this for this one. Have it more of cell shaded feeling. When drawing the hair, what I like to do is I like to start off with the bigger shapes and then cut into it, make the hair strands, make the overall hair shapes. It's really nice and super satisfying. It's really quick. And then right here I'm just working on cleaning up the background, adding a few extra details to it, making everything all nice. Booyah. Okay, how does one make bad art? Like, well, I feel like I have to do something that's anime inspired. Definitely. Oh, I used to love using this pen, so I'm gonna use a pen that I used to really like to use. Okay, maybe not like that. Do not adhere to perspective. Okay, I feel like I don't want to make this too stupid. I gotta stop making it stupid. I think now I can apply colors. Well, not colors, but I can do the background. Since, let's be real, a beginner artist would not be drawing backgrounds, so I can just avoid that in its entirety. And I feel like there's got to be very obvious fill tool usage. Yeah, these colors look gross now. I think it adds to the aesthetic of this. I'm just gonna, yeah, I think the yoinkening is the best part about this so far. Onto the shading. So, get a multiply layer, clip it onto the layer below, choose a grayish brown, and start shading. Shadow there, shadow here. Well, it's gotta look purposeful. It can't just look like I just rushed it into 2 seconds. I think it's ready to go. Okay, I gotta make sure I send the correct one. Now we wait for the response. It's happened. I got the messages. Let's see.
Stop, you are all good. This is so cute. Thank you so much. I love it.
Wait, I made a mistake. I need to fix it. I'll resend in 2 minutes.
Now we wait. No, they went offline. Please come back on. And I have gotten 2 more victims here. So one thing I was thinking about, since this OC is a vampire, right? She can't be out in daylight. She was out, but in underneath an umbrella. For the first half of the sketch, I was recording the wrong window. But does it really matter if I skipped it? The most important part is the coloring anyways. Everyone knows that. Yeah, I wanted to add the drapey thing on top. Yeah, make it semi-transparent so that I can put this on top. Here's a point of tension. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the lines in there so then it really gives that transparent look to it. Because you can see that it's meant to be transparent because you can slightly see it, but I'm gonna do it more transparent than that. I'm gonna put it just on a very bright background. Well, it's already white, so I'm still gonna keep the drapey part on a separate layer. Just so if I have any problems with it whatsoever, or if I want to change the transparency on the lines, I can do that. Oh, it's in why did I draw it in front? Okay. Oh man, I just realized I made a mistake. That doesn't make sense. Oh man, I completely forgot about that's not how this works. It goes behind the hair. So then it becomes less transparent around the highlights. I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not even looking at any references. I should. I definitely should. But am I going to? Probably not. Since this is transparent, where there is none hanging off, it should be brighter. I don't think it should be that bright though. I think I gotta chill down on the brightness. A little less. Yeah, something like that is much better. That does look transparent though. I can't lie. I think it's working. For this part of the drawing, I had locked in. You notice the skin is more gray. And the reason for that is she's a vampire and she would not actually have saturated skin, obviously. I found the rendering for the skin on this really fun since there's a lot of bright highlights and everything, like it just gets really detailed, like all the muscles and whatnot. It was just a lot of fun. Normally at this point in the drawing I use a square brush to add quite a bit of detail on stuff like the skin, but since I was so happy with what I was able to do with the airbrush, I just decided not to do it. For the hair, I literally had no clue what I was doing. I kinda just put down random brush strokes and hope for the best, but I had confidence, and confidence is what matters here. Because sure, it might be random, sure, it could be bad, but if it's confident, it makes it look purposeful, it makes it look better. Trust me, it's a hack when it comes to art. I'm finally done this, and wow, this came out a lot better than I was expecting. Things are a little odd in some areas, but that's okay, I kind of rushed this. Okay, time to draw the bad version of this. Drawing the bad version felt pretty weird, since I'm so used to drawing pretty decently straight lines, and proportionate faces, which is just baked into my muscle memory, so it just feels really awkward to not draw good. I will say though that this has a certain level of charm to it. It's just the sort of cutesy vibe that I get from it, even though it's obviously drawn quite poorly. Okay, now play the waiting game. It's also very late, so probably gotta wait till tomorrow. Today's the next day, and I finally got a response, and holy... Come on, respond. Alright, now the moment of truth. Here we go. On to the final one. I don't know, I guess I'll start off with the face. Just want to have a bit of the eyes poking through instead of just having bangs cover the entirety of it, because then it's not very interesting looking. And I'm also going to fix the form of the hair so then the bangs actually make more sense. Now I gotta do all this designing here. I think I can do the gold accents on a completely separate layer, but I should add this segmenting. Does this even work? Can you even tilt your foot like that with this? I mean, those are ropes, right? No, you would not be able to tilt your foot left or right. You can only do up and down, but I don't want to think about this much into the technicality of this imaginary piston boots or hydraulic boots. Well, first things first, start off with skin tone. Or should I start off with shading and then I go, you know what, I'm actually going to try that method. I'm going to try something new today. I am going to shade in black and white. Just black and white shading. There's going to be no color to this. And then I can figure out the colors later. I should probably just apply this everywhere as a base for shading. The thing that's really nice about working from grayscale is you just purely focus on the values. It just makes things way simpler. You're not worrying about the hues or anything like that. You're just focused on what's the highlights, what are the shadows, what are the midtones, and that's it. I'm gonna place down the colors. For this I might as well just apply a smooth, even base. Nah, I like doing this. I'm gonna lock the layer so that I can apply the little tiny details and little tiny color differences within it. I guess I gotta start with all the gold accents. I cannot imagine it like, oh yeah, time to draw this character and draw this design every single time. That would be such a pain. There's no way this costume not costume but outfit, it just doesn't make any sense to me. If I had an OC that had an outfit like this, I'd never draw it. I'd be like, too difficult, next. This feels like a suit that would be in the MCU. Something like Black Panther would wear. I completely forgot about this front strap. Right, because I was looking at the actual boot that I missed a front strap. So, oh wait, that sits way lower than I thought. I'm gonna act like I didn't see it. Okay, now I need to see how this works. So if I do color, why does that look so cool? But that's not what I'm going for. Is it because it's not dark enough? Is it just based off of darkness? If that's the case, then all I gotta do is not use this version, but use a different version so then I can do it slower. And then I just darken the shadow layer. For this portion, I spent way too much time finding out what type of brightness levels, what type of contrast levels I liked. It was just a lot of messing around. And then I even selected the gold highlights so then I could apply it on top because it wasn't appearing as gold. And at this point, I'm mostly just doing corrections as well as adding a bit of detail to the face and hair with that lovely square brush, which this one really surprised me. I'd say this one is probably the best. And now I gotta make the bad version. With the bad version, it is literally the same as the rest. I try to do the most beginner things possible, while also making it the same as my actual piece that I'm giving to them. This one was pretty pain because I had to do the same detailing work again, and I just applied this very basic shadow. It is time to send it in now that I'm done. Okay, wait, hold on, what mistake do I have to... You know what? I'll say I forgot to put the shadow on the ground. That is what I'm gonna do. But now I kind of just sit here and wait. I don't know, this person's on Do Not Disturb, so this might take a little while.
OMG, they look amazing. What are you talking about? Slay.
Wait, forgot the shadow on the floor. Going to need to resend. Give me 2 minutes. I did. Yeah, it's been more than 2 minutes, so I'm going to have to I'm just gonna send it. Just throw it out in there. Added the shadow. Looks better now. Accidentally. Drew one muscle and lots of muscle. Alright, with that, that's pretty much a close on this. It's the end of this funny video.